The summer games are back for 2017 and so is Lúcioball, but the game mode has changed, and with a competitive mode added, we decided this would be a great time to make a video where we can share some tips to give you an edge on the pitch. First, let's talk about when to use your Soundwave skill and when to just hit the ball with a melee attack. Both skills do fairly similar things, but there are a number of tricks you can do with the Soundwave that aren't possible with the melee attack. For example, if you position it so the ball is at the very top of your screen and you hit it with Soundwave, the ball will bounce off the ground, allowing it to go over enemy players' heads and making it much harder for them to block. This works because the ball gets a much higher initial momentum when hit with Soundwave compared to the melee, meaning that it travels faster and any impacts it makes are much harder. Of course, the added momentum is best used when striking at the goal, and if you've got a clear shot, this is your best bet. But if you need to put it past a goalkeeper, you will need some better tactics. The first trick, as we mentioned, is to knock it over their heads, and this can be quite effective. But you can also knock it towards the goal with a melee attack. When the keeper blocks it, you then follow up with a Soundwave to push it back before they can react. The keeper most likely blocked the ball with a Soundwave themselves, so if you can put it past them just outside of arm's reach, they have no chance of stopping it. Of course, the best way to score is to work with a teammate. One of you moves into the goal area while the other tries to pass the ball towards them, and we have another useful trick that can help you out in this situation. If you're trying to pass the ball to someone who's near the goal but rival players are in the way, you can actually hit the ball at an angle towards the wall so that it starts rolling along it. This is especially effective during kickoff when the ball is on your side of the map. Because of the curves in the corners of the pitch, the ball will roll off the wall and directly across the enemy's goal mouth, setting up your teammate for a possible goal. You can also follow the ball along the wall, as wall riding gives you a speed boost, meaning you can get into position to help your teammate if their initial shot misses or if the goalie knocks the ball away. Utilising the walls to traverse the map can be very effective to either attack or defend, but you can also use the jump pads as they'll provide you with a lot of added momentum, helping you to reposition quickly. The only downside is that once you're in the air, you're stuck travelling in that direction. Amp It Up is your skill to boost your movement speed while on the ground, but it does have a long cooldown, so you'll want to save it for the most important moments, either saving a goal or scoring one. Also, the speed boost only affects you, not your teammates. Goalkeeping is of course another major aspect of the game. If you're playing with friends, you can choose who will be in goal, but if it's just randoms and no one's talking, then it's generally considered polite to stay in goal if that's where you spawn. Having no goalkeeper leaves you incredibly open, as it's often impossible to catch up to the ball when it's moving, unless you have your ultimate. The ultimate has been adjusted since last year's version of Lucioball. Where it previously would drag the ball towards you, it now boosts your movement speed and jump height, and makes Soundwave go on a very short cooldown. This is great for going for gold and rushing the enemy, as you can easily outmaneuver them and catch up to the ball. You'll charge your ultimate through interactions with the ball. Any touch, be it a melee, Soundwave, or even just touching the ball with your body will be enough to award some ultimate charge. Overall, the most important part of Lúcioball is teamwork, and being in the right place to help your fellow players. If someone stays in goal and two others work together, you've got a much better chance of victory, and we hope that these little tips will come in handy, but if you have any tricks of your own to share, why not leave them in the comments below. As always, this is James for Curse, saying thanks for watching, and enjoy the game.